Okay, let me just see if this is working. Okay, I'm live. Let me hear it. And check two. Okay, should be fine, hopefully. Welcome back to Neues Yomamastan, the current realm that me and my friends are on. I do not remember all where I was at in the last stream. I've only made two streams, I'm pretty sure. I was going to make one when we went to go fight the Ender Dragon. I had a thumbnail and everything, but it just didn't end up happening. Uh, I was going to try and edit a video, but there's a bunch of complications with that. So basically, I don't remember where I was, but I do know that I was giving a tour, or maybe that was on the first stream. And so there's a lot more to tour now. I don't know what you've seen already, so I am going to be doing a little bit of a re-showing and telling of what has been, what may have changed in those specific places, and what is new. I'm not showing everything, of course, but I will talk about a lot of things. And then we will go ahead and get into my projects for today. It's just a lot of work. Um, but I will get there when I get there. So yeah, let me turn this up just a little bit. Okay. Basically, we did get to the end, and a couple more people have joined since then, since the last time I streamed. And I'm pretty sure the farm and everything is new as well. Just from here alone, you can definitely tell there's a lot of new stuff. My house is pretty much the same. I've added frog lights. We do have a frog light farm, which is the most recent thing I've been working on. I don't believe I had netherite the last time as well. I did happen to lose some of my netherite armor though. I had full netherite and I lost it because I fell too hard hitting the ground and I died. Zombies stole my stuff. Not all my stuff. My friend came and helped me, killed him. I was fighting Creeper at the same time. The Creeper blew up as soon as the zombie died and I guess destroyed my stuff. So that's really unfortunate. I've never gone back again. I have changed my skin as well. It's basically my last skin, but I've added some stuff to it to make it more lore accurate. I'm not really sure who my character is just yet, but basically, the I'll basically show you what's happening. But just from here alone, you can definitely see that some new things have popped up. Like I don't believe that this mine was here. There was just a big hole, and I have changed this um, the lighthouse to have frog lights. And I don't believe this is all organized as well. I have gotten shulker boxes now. Oh yeah. The frog light farm is insane. It's insane, actually. Like ridiculous. It took forever to get set up though. Really only the only issue was the frogs. They take forever to deal with. Well, they walk really slow. I only have so many leads. The tadpoles take forever to grow up, and the slime balls help, but they eat them up fast, like stacks of slime balls, and they're still not growing, so it wasn't worth my time. And it takes 20 minutes for the frog spawn to hatch, and I think it's between like 3 or 5 tadpoles that you can get from that, so that's kind of unfortunate. I'm gonna take one of these though. I'm missing my red one. Is it up here? My red shulker box had all my firework rockets in it, so I'm just going to use a new one now. That's really unfortunate. I have gone out and I have collected as many armor trims and banner patterns as I could. I don't believe I have all the banner patterns. I think I have all of the. I don't have all the templates either. Some of them I have duplicated from some of my friends on here. I've also gotten a mace, but I don't use it. And I will be building a shop in the city, which is also a project I'll be working on today. Well, let me go collect some more rockets while I show you what's new up here. So I do. I don't know actually. So this, tons of problems with that. It was not working even after I did it last time. I kept going back and re-fixing it constantly. So finally, I also do have a new texture pack, by the way. Oh, it's thundering. Hold on. No, I'm trying to remember everything that was here because I don't remember the progress. But I have re-fixed it. It is now working great. I've added this cool little redstone thing here. We found all sorts of biomes. I brought the mushrooms here, and I think the cactus farm might have already been there, but it didn't have this on it. Obviously, this was here, and so was the sugar cane bamboo, which is now an automatic bamboo farm, and the cocoa beans villager thing here as well. I've fixed up the top of the house here. I believe this is new. This is definitely new. If the creeper farm is new, well, then there's that. It's not a very good farm though. It's very slow. But we do have a mob grinder elsewhere, and thankfully my friend brought a lot of that gunpowder here, so we're going to be making tons of rockets. There was a geode directly underneath here, so got this going for us. And an automatic kelp farm, it's just useful for elevators. I guess if you want to use it as fuel, but really just for the elevators. And yeah, here's the new and revamped bamboo farm. It is working very well. We'll move some of these over here. Okay. I don't think there's anything new that I've added to the actual village itself besides like the frog lights that I've re-added to places. I did fix that up actually, and I do think I found the mushrooms and everything. Mushroom Island way after, so actually that would be all new and done up as well. But I mean, I did add that house there, and then I made a little fishing hut down there. And we'll check out everything else in a bit. Go craft some more rockets. After going to the Nether, of course, decided to make just all these farms that really, if you ever do need this stuff, this one's not very good. There might be a way to make an automatic farm, I'm not sure. Nether wart, definitely use that. I recently used a whole bunch of it. Obviously, this is new. Got the chorus fruit, forgot what that's called. Down here we got our goats that I brought from far, far away. And that is pretty much the entire community plantation as of right now, except for, well, I'm going to waste a rocket if I do that. Let me make my rockets really quick and we'll continue. Spare paper in here. Dang. Ooh, really? Not very good. We're going to have to make a better sugarcane farm at some point. Okay, well, whatever, that's fine. We will just throw all we got in here for now so we can keep making them. Okay. actually, I built this for my friend who's here. He built this house and everything, made a little path to it, and he made this banner called the Blue Lotus. And so he paid me to make this flag for him. Actually, looks way better than I remember. And he made a castle out there as well. He's made this pretty cool way down portal right here. It was one of the accident portals I made before, trying to link up the portal from the Nether to spawn, and that ended up being used. Same with the one that's at the city, just like way over there. He doesn't got much going on though. And then back here, we have some extra farms. I did how to drain out this lake. We only have 3 sponges. It was a pain, but I had lots of sand, and it does work very well. I think I have to drain even more. This I built up there and then I moved it down here because I thought it was too high up, and it still doesn't work even with the tinted glass, unfortunately. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is, if I really, I don't know, I'm gonna have to build it really far underground somewhere. Portal. This is just a ruined portal I fixed up. We have a slime chunk here, a slime farm. Get down from there, and then here, just built this because I was breeding up the frogs here. It's pretty close to the portal. So right now there's no frogs because I took them all. All the tadpoles have hatched, I guess. But I haven't been over here long enough for them to grow up, so. But it's actually faster if I just fly, to be honest. The iron farm, I believe, probably wasn't a thing last time I recorded, and so this is working pretty well. He's making an auto smelter, and I don't know what this is, if that's the auto smelter or if it's part of his base he's making. And then Atlantis, which I'll show in a sec. Oh. Yo. Atlantis has taken control of this area, and the villagers are actually kind of hidden, but he doesn't know this, but I actually built this down here. Or like blew it all up, then fixed it up. After playing Tears of the Kingdom, I like really got inspired by like having wells, having like actual interior, making it more realistic than just the water up there. It didn't make any sense, you know. So we got all these villagers here. This guy has mending and respiration. And here's where all the actual villagers are living. Breaking, loyalty and stuff. I actually did make an entrance though, right here. There wasn't one. He might have wanted it hidden, but oh well. I think I might have told him. I don't remember, to be honest. Okay, there's just a few more things that I gotta show you, and then I'll start working on projects. That's weird. Didn't take any damage. Oh, I usually would have, but okay. Yeah, I don't believe anything's in here. I did actually change spawn. So here's a current map. Everything so far, I think it's fully updated. I don't know for sure. This, I think, was all here. Maybe not the portal. Actually, I've changed the portal up. I've added this here, so I don't know, just a project board. This has to change. It does not look good at all. I designed it. It does not look good. I moved spawn, so we originally had this little altar, podium, I don't know what the heck you call it, thing here, and so I actually moved spawn up to this island that I built. And I'm planning on eventually making more islands around it, but the island didn't come out being as big as I was planning. That kind of unfortunate. But I built this big tree here, which I'm very proud of, by the way. I just keep adding more stuff. Like I came up here like yesterday, I think, or maybe I don't know. My sense of time is bad. Added all those purple frog lights all around. Just incorporated moss and stuff out of the little end rods that I had. This is really all for the other islands. I'm thinking I'm probably going to steal some of this. I mean, it is mine, but like, I'm going to steal some of it if I need to use it for other projects that I'm working on. Let me show you this. This is also linked up to the other portal. I mean, map. So this is getting updated every time I update the other one. I will be expanding this eventually, and I will have to update that. So, there's not really that many realm rules, but I want to add more. And then here are the current members. There could be other people. I have no idea when people have accepted invites are on here. So, but this is kind of where you start. You can look down, you can see all different areas. Ajax, there's one of the people on here, that's his base. Austin, one of them, down here, claimed this village. I've built a science facility over here and linked it up to a city, which I'll show you in a second. And it's pretty much almost finished, just some interior work. And I built some Zelda stuff over here as well, so I'll show you that. I did build this little boat here because it felt kind of empty on this lake. It still feels kind of empty. So I'm thinking I'm going to build another boat. I did use a tutorial though. I'm not good with boats at all. I got to slip. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using tutorials, you know? Okay. So if you've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and I guess Tears of the Kingdom, but these weren't in Tears of the Kingdom, this is a Sheikah Tower. I did follow a tutorial for this, sort of. It wasn't really a tutorial, he was just building it, so I tried to follow in creative at first, a separate world, not using creative in this world. And kind of changed up a lot of stuff to my own liking, and I just built that in this. Mud was really the only issue. It wasn't actually an issue. It's just that I had to keep getting tons of wheat for the mud, packed mud. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah. I built this palace here off of an image. Here's just a Bokoblin camp that I kind of just threw together. Doesn't really look like it. I added this river. It's kind of plain. There should be a little guy somewhere over here. I tried to come up with a design. Anything I found online was not very good, so this is my own design of a ruined, a decayed guardian. Then again, this is probably, you might not care if you haven't played the game. And then I actually have a live guardian right up on this hill here. I didn't know where to put him. I didn't want to pack it up too much down there. I also am planning to build a shrine and an interior to the shrine. I'll show you that in a sec. But I don't want to put it down here. It's too close to everything. I don't know if it would look good up on the hill or something. Not sure. Yeah, here's a living one. Just stalking over everything. I am very proud of the Sheikah Tower because I mean, I know I didn't really do it on my own. I took a lot of it from the video, but like a lot of stuff I also kind of put on my own. So. I don't know, whatever. I built it, okay? I feel accomplished. This I use a tutorial for. There's no way I could have built this on my own. This is Link's house from Legend of Zelda as well. Just kind of a little thing. I might put a lectern here and throw like Zelda's diary or something on it. I don't know, I'll probably forget about that. Just thought about it. Okay, now move on to this. So the first thing, I don't remember what was in the last video, like I said, or stream. But I've added, the first thing I added was this rocket. Yeah, I think the rocket was the first thing. Well, technically the runway here. So how real rockets are carried out, they are made in these. This is just one of them. They're usually way larger and have multiple of these little garage hangar things. And they build the rockets, put in the satellites or whatever they want to do, whatever they're launching up, and then they carry them out on these things. And this is still not exactly what it would look like. Super slow, but kind of tried my best there. Yeah, I didn't know what to do for this. I mean, I wanted it to keep it realistic, so if I had the rocket and that thing and I had the runway, I had to make the building it was made in, but it's not big enough. So I threw on this little thing here, trying to make it a little bit bigger, but it still didn't work. I didn't want to get too much more concrete, and it just didn't. I didn't care enough. There's nothing in that building; it's empty. Um, and yeah, I just threw scaffolding in here because it was like you're building a rocket. I don't know. And I have a little hangar here for the shuttle and a runway. The shuttle, I believe I made the design myself, but I might be wrong. The heck? So then we have the runway here, and I guess I'll show you this first. So we have the nuclear facility, nuclear power plant, and I just kind of set it up where I have the cooling towers, which I did actually design myself, hooked up to a generator thing, generator turbine. It don't really, there's no light in there. Doesn't really look like anything, but I kind of just, it couldn't be empty. I was going to leave it empty, but it couldn't be. Here's where the actual reactions are taking place with the rods, iridium rods, I think. Is there light in this one? Sometimes I'm carrying my torch and it glows stuff up because of my shaders, and I don't light things up. I do have a nuclear Fallout type of vault here, copied off of the game Fallout. I do not have an interior. I might make one though eventually. I use these grates, but you can see under them, and that kind of sucks, but oh well. Because there's supposed to be like water or something under there. Oh, it's running water. This obviously would be here, but I wanted to make it more like you could see what's going on. So. And then there's a tunnel back there to the city, but I'll show you this really quick. I have a little substation here for electricity that's being powered out of this. I found some designs for these online and just threw them in a little thing. This little power. Why? I don't think of what it's called. Power line? Whatever. Jeez, I'm stupid sometimes. Here's a little office building, just cause I have one. Yeah, they all look the same, pretty much, except for this little office. Or I don't know what I'm trying to say. Never mind. So I don't actually think I showed it. No, it's not American Sign Language. It means all science labs with an infinity symbol. They do all science. Here's the lobby. Got a little rug here. Lights are red stuff. Active. Out. Yes. Now here's a little laptop I had for a computer. Just stuff. I don't know what they have in the lobbies. And then down here, the administration. I was gonna add like more rooms, but I don't care enough. Just a little electrical room, you know. I don't know what goes on in here. Just all the power. Oh, that's cool. Wait, that thing is powered. Security room. Just all the security cameras. Whatnot. This is like a computer or something. Here's all the elevators. And then this will be leading to like more of the actual laboratory stuff eventually. And then here is the servers, which I'm actually very proud of. Looks really cool. I did get the design for this online though, but they used like a creeper pattern for some reason. Oh, that's right, I do. Yeah, I just realized because I'm collecting banner patterns, I still need to get like mob heads for some of them, which kind of sucks. But I didn't use that, and it looks fine. So I have no idea what the purpose of that was. Like, I don't even remember. This looks perfectly fine. It looks really cool to me. Um, so we'll check out the bottom here. And so now getting into the lore of why I've changed my skin. So All Science Labs has been working on some multiverse type technology. And so in their Large Hadron Collider, or their particle accelerator, this thing goes very far. Obviously, I haven't built the whole thing, but like realistically, it would be a very big tube where they use magnets to accelerate the particles and launch them into each other, or the hadrons, which we'll consider particles even though they're not. But basically, it's not realistic, but it also is kind of hitched on the idea of like 2012 and the Mandela effect, and how when they turned on the Large Hadron Collider at CERN in Sweden, they split the superposition of the electron into and swapped our multiverse. If you believe any of that crap, I'm so sorry, but you are stupid. You don't understand superstition, or not superstition, superposition in quantum particles. It is not enough. Hey, actually, maybe you're not stupid. I don't know enough about it. Maybe that is a thing, but I do not think so. I do not think so. There's just no way. I don't know if the multiverse is real. There's so many paradoxes that would arise. It's incredibly crazy. You can just go out there and look at it, but yeah. So this is for error. Sorry if it's giving epilepsy. Also, erroring something with the lights is wrong. And then down here, because I wanted to build it kind of low underground, I built the complex, otherwise known as the back rooms. And so, if you've ever seen some of the backroom lore, especially by Kane Pixel, they have like a door that they somehow made a gateway into. This is a cool little thing with pistons and banners to make it hoppers and banners to make it look like pistons. And I had trouble making this, but it actually came out. My first 3x3 door and into the back rooms. Now, all that bamboo in the farm will be nice. The wool farm will be nice. And hopefully when the stone farm gets working, Ajax is working on the stone farm. I'm not sure how that works. I've never heard of it. Then I'll start working on that ceiling as well. And then all the frog lights, especially the yellow ones, look very good for the lights. I don't know if I'm just going to do the main level of back rooms, or maybe I'll add more stuff. I always fear the more I use this, the more it's going to break, like some real life electronic. I'm so afraid that's going to break somehow. But yeah, so that's just kind of the start. I'm looking at some boring redstone technologies to make tunnels. Not like boring as in boring, although it probably will be. I should light this up. We'll work on trying to get some other lighting in here because torches does not fit the vibe. But boring as in like boring a tunnel. Uh, but what they use is like it's manual, it's not automatic, and you have to. It only does like a specific area. I don't know. It's from the ones I've seen, and it's also not a TNT duper, so you have to make all that TNT yourself. So I just got to look more into it. This little thing, it's just happened to be where the elevators were, so it kind of looks like a frog if I'm being honest from the other side. I just threw these on here because I don't know. And then I used a tutorial to make this observatory here. Telescope thingy. And on the inside, we have all these bookshelves. Got a little solar system diagram here, and yet again another map that also gets auto updated because it's linked up with everything. And then the actual telescope itself, here they are peering into outer space or the end. I thought that was pretty cool. I think he did that in a video too, though. I haven't, so I'm probably not coming up with that on my own. Is there? There's a bed in here, right? Whoa! What is that? Yo, yo, yo! Chill, buddy. Chill. Do that. Where did he go? Okay. Oh shoot. That was from a skeleton, though. Oh yeah, and then I got a cell tower here, which I'll actually get closer to. It looks pretty cool from the down here, though. I'll look at it pretty quick. I don't know. I've always been fascinated. Well, for at least 2 years, I think, with cell towers, and then started growing more into engineering and technology. So, got a cell tower up here. I'll build more. Probably just one on the other side of the city. I'll show you. I just added this. I don't really think that actually needs to be there. But yeah, cell tower is basically just used for cellular communication. I don't really know what the inside of these buildings looks like, so I just do that together. Now, onto the actual city I'm working on. Oh, big tunnel, like I said, coming from the nuclear power plant. And I've built this little tower here, little building, for the nether portal, where it's at in the nether. And I'm going to be building a massive area, but I'm actually going to need to plan out where I want the roads to be before I fill in all this dirt, because then I got to break all that dirt. And then I got to place the dirt again, but underneath, because this is concrete powder. Concrete powder looks so much better than actual concrete. If somebody came through and like put water on this, I'd be upset. But whatever, I mean, I guess just turn all of it into normal concrete. And I still got to consider, I don't know, maybe it's easier just to do normal concrete. But the black just becomes too dark, and this has some like graininess to it, you know. Looks like it was laid down and hardened. I don't know. But yeah, the thing is, I don't know how big the buildings are going to be. I don't know where they're all going to be at. So I don't know where to build the roads. So I think I'm just going to cover it all in dirt. Nonetheless, and then I'll come back in and put in the roads and stuff. Before that, though, I do want to show you a quick tour of the nether. Okay, so we got this nether highway here. This is a hogland farm, but we don't use it anymore. We have other means of getting through. Another one down there. I don't know why that was built. Got some portals to the taiga and snowy taiga, and then ice spikes over in that direction. Here's the one to spawn. Right here's where we broke through bedrock. So that's really the only way to get into the actual nether. This is that portal I showed you at the plantation earlier. And since the maps actually don't work in the nether, but the map like pins still do, like if you click a banner. So just a general location, you know you're here. You can kind of get a given direction of where something is that you want to find. So instead of actually going there, I'll just show you. We have dark oak. Over here we have the desert. It's kind of all weird just because the way that you click on the banner. Desert, jungle, badlands, and savanna. These are like the actual orientation and stuff, so I can't just do this because that's not right. The desert's here, that's there. I would know because I put those portals there and everything. We have an iron farm, Atlantean village. I did forget to show Atlantis. The blue lotus, that was the portal from earlier. That's actually right there. have that froglet farm, which I recently made. I'll show you. You have a skyblock, actually. Mangrove, the deep dark. There's the city, which we were just at. Gold farm, the mob farm that I mentioned. We have a portal to a trial chamber. There's a guardian farm or prisoners farm. Ethan, and also that used to be in the Mushroom Island. I'm gonna have to find another one now because he kind of deforested it. It's turned into his own thing. He's actually the one that's online right now. The icebergs, and there's also other portals I think around here that are way too off this map or just aren't marked. Snowy Taiga, and the Stronghold. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Let me go show you this froglet farm and let's see how insane it is. No one's probably been around here, so it's probably the same since I was here last. So I've mixed it up with different kinds of frogs, and just from doing it over an hour, I got like multiple. I mean, you saw what I had in my shulker box, but I also have gifted a bunch of people a bunch of these, and I've used a lot of them. So it's like pretty sure that's multiple chest work just from the hour that I was doing. So it works very well. It's very well. The most annoying thing was getting the frogs. The powdered snow wasn't really that bad because really finding the powdered snow first of all was kind of annoying, but it was kind of hard to see. But I have like infinite buckets. Okay. What the heck? Yeah, this is an issue. We gotta make like a bunch of potholes down here so that I think the chests are just filling up. Oh. So actually, I am gonna start working on this, but Atlantis is on underneath that lake there at spawn. That's where Atlantis is. So. All right, now it comes to the boring part, everyone. No, what? This is gonna take a while. So it's just gonna be me placing a lot of dirt from now on. I am gonna take that off. The clicking, oh, it might be annoying actually. I hope not. I kind of cut off all these areas so I can work on an area at a time. I most likely do not have enough dirt though. But some of the future plans that I currently have for this realm, and I believe they might all be on the project board. I guess not all of them, but I put a lot of things on there so that if other people want to work on something, they can. It's like, yeah, I ran out of ideas, so we'll do whatever this is. Dang it. Really? But I'm planning to make a raid farm so that we can get tons of emeralds and totems of undying, but as well, you can all dang it. You can also get, I believe, because of the witches, you can get bottles, glowstone, redstone, and sugar. I don't know if you get any other kinds of potions. I don't know if you get saddles, but if you do, that would be very nice because of the Ravagers. But I think you get a bunch of crossbows and anonymous bottles and pillager banners and iron axes, usually all damaged, that really we don't want. Maybe you'll want the ominous bottles, but we kind of get those often because there's a pillager outpost nearby. I I destroyed it, but they still spawn. Um, I really don't know the entire encompassing area. I would have to fill up slabs and stuff. It's kind of something I don't want to do. So whatever, we'll just deal with them. But it's like right on the other side of the hill where I had the squid farms. Well, it's getting dark already. For the city, like I mentioned earlier, I was collecting banner patterns and also the armor trims. So I'll be making an armor shop. I'm not going to be selling anything. It's just for aesthetic, really. But in there, I'll have the armor trims, and that actually I'll have one of every type of armor trim. Hopefully, I'm missing two right now. I just don't know how to find trail ruins, and so that's kind of a thing that I got to look for. Well, I have been looking, but I just can't find them. Don't want to go out too far. And chunkbase.com, where you put the seed and it tells you structure locations, has nothing on it. But it does have trial chambers, so it is updated. So it's kind of weird. It doesn't have that, but whatever. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe it does, and I just didn't know what it was called or didn't see it on there. So I guess I'll check again just to be safe. But yeah, making that. They will have to provide their own diamonds, but I'll try and provide the blocks needed for the duplication, and then they have to return the armor trim, of course. And then I'll also have like a banner and dye shop as well. And maybe I'll find a way to automate dyes, but that might be annoying. So I'm not too sure about that. Really, anything else for the city? It's just kind of just stuff that a city would have. So like schools, religious buildings, law buildings like courthouse, rural area, which would be pretty far down, I think, because all this big space I'll use for bigger buildings. So I'll have houses somewhere, different house apartments, developments, I guess, what they're actually called. And then I don't know if I want to make another farm somewhere, maybe on the outskirts, like in that direction somewhere. I'll have like another windmill and barn or something. Like I already have one, but I'll make an oak one or something. Not sure. Uh, something that I still gotta build for the. Sorry, I kind of talking pretty slow. Some of the things that I'm going to be building for the laboratory that I haven't finished, I'm thinking, and I don't know where, but I'm gonna build wind turbines somewhere, maybe right near the city somewhere. I don't know. Maybe actually that won't even be connected to that. It'll be like over there, even though they have the entire nuclear power plant connected to the tower. Power lines, I'm not really sure about that because just the way how wide the road is, I don't know. Probably not going to be doing any of that. Maybe, we'll see. And then I'll also, I gotta have satellite dishes, most likely on top of the hill right next to the observatory. So that, but maybe not. Maybe I'll have it like down below near the office building. I don't think there's enough room there. Or on the other side of the rocket construction building to add a little bit of stuff there. Because the people up at the observatory or the people down below are all going to be working, unless I make another building on top for some other type of star base, they'll be communicating with the satellites. But really, the observatory just looks like they're observing space and getting data off the star, celestial objects. Wait, well, then they would be communicating with So I would have to actually. Well, okay, wait, no. That's they're using their telescopes for that, but they're doing other stuff, and they might also want to have access to telescopes on the satellites. So maybe I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll. No, I'm still uncertain. I don't want to have like two of them either, so it would look pretty bad. Have two sets of satellite dishes. I think this mine here, I might cover that, but maybe I'll turn it into like some coal mine or something for the city. How industrial is the city going to be? Um, well, I'm still deciding because like that definitely not old and I mean I don't know if you even consider that modern, but it's not going to be cyberpunk. It's not going to be that futuristic. I think it's just going to be Minecraft City. Everything's kind of themed, and then some things are plain. Some things might look futuristic in different parts. I don't know. It's going to be very random. It's not going to have like a theme really. I don't so. And I think I might just add stuff as they come, and further down in this direction is going to be the actual city, where over here will be all the useful buildings. So some of the ones I mentioned earlier, like the armor, banner, shop, and stuff, dye shop, and obviously the nether portal into the city. But all the other stuff doesn't really matter to anybody, so I'll just. But I still got to fill in space, so I'll do it pretty far out there. I think all the as the city starts progressing that way, we'll have more of the like the library, the schools. I think if I have a college, I might add it closer to the inside of the city, and then it'll get more something out there with the farm. I don't know exactly. I'll think about it. Now having all this underneath here, um, yeah, I try to light it up as best as possible. But once it's all covered, I gotta go under and see how dark it is still. See where I need to light it up again. Then I gotta light up the surface as well. So it's a lot of torches, which is not an issue. Uh, for the farms, though, I did just remember we also need a tree farm. Now, the tree farm designs I found are pretty simple. You can swap out any kind of tree for different woods that you want. They will all work. Except I think maybe some of them might need different heights for the TNT to drop from, so that might not be true. And then obviously for the warts or whatever they're called, crimson and warped, they have to be placed on their specific like netherrack type, the red or blue netherrack or whatever. So those would have to be at least three different farms, but then the saplings get backed up. So I think I might just make one for every different type of tree, and then being sampled into them will be the bone meal farm. Maybe they'll all have their own small little bone meal farm, or we'll have actual bone meal farm. But I don't know yet. The bone meal farm that I want to see is also a moss farm as well. Now, I'm only making all these because you never know when you're going to need something, but it's also nice to have too, just to be like, yeah, we always have that there. Which I guess is just kind of also along with the fact that you never know when you'll need it. So, dang. This is gonna take a lot of dirt. I really don't know how annoying the clicking is, and this microphone is not very good. I gotta get a new. Every time I hear it back, it's not very good. Noise cancellation, voice isolation, and just mic quality in general, all very bad. So it was not expensive. I think it was like $40, which even I would thought would have been better than what it is. But to get anything of good quality, you got to do like $70 to $100, maybe even more. And I don't know if I really want to spend all that. Like, I don't care too much, you know. Okay, we can't pick that up. We can. Like I said, I'll probably have to go steal dirt from the islands because right now I'm not even. I don't really have a plan. Still deciding on those islands, what to do with them. If I'm even going to make more, are they just going to be smaller ones that are reminiscent of the main island? Are they going to be themed depending on the different areas? Maybe themed on different biomes? And yeah, I'm not really sure. And I told people they could add their own, but I don't think anyone's going to. They also might think it's difficult. I just started building it, and it doesn't look very good. It's very circular. I tried to in I can't think of it right now. Basically, make it less circular as but I don't know. It didn't really work out too well, and it became smaller than I was expecting. I can't make very elaborate mountains and stuff. Really, guys? And it's getting dark. Great. Yeah, we'll just head back there. And I put my shoe away. Come on. You guys gotta come down here or what? Yeah, here they come. Freaking sleeping time. Nope. I just didn't want creepers or anything spawning. That was not all of you. Where's your leader? Yeah, I'm mainly gonna just try and work on this side of the road for now because that side is much longer. And yes, I'm aware I'm gonna have to change up everything, but I think once I get the buildings in, then I'll add the roads. Like last. But I got this main stretch of road here that everything will be coming off of. It does end at a point, and I will be either continuing or maybe splitting it out from there, placing a building directly ahead of it. Maybe I'll put the courthouse or something. I don't know. I'm not planning on having like a castle or anything over here. It's not going to be a monarchy. It's just going to be a general city. I guess a democratic city because that'd be a courthouse or something. Capitalist city because there'll be a bunch of businesses. I'll probably add McDonald's and Subway or something. Taco Bell. Maybe I'll make something too. Not sure. Once I get all the flat land here, then I can decide if I want to terraform out a lot more of these mountains or hills. building here, and I'll just make a big sugarcane farm, or I might just make a bigger one at the plantation itself, and then I'm gonna remove the smaller one. It does free up a lot of space, but it is incorporated, I think, into that building, so it kind of takes away from the building. Plus, for what I want to do with the back rooms, I'm going to need a whole lot more, like, bamboo. Now, bamboo grows pretty fast, so maybe it's not that big of an issue. The frog lights is definitely not an issue. I have no idea how quick I can get the stone, otherwise I'll have to change that. In the wool, unfortunately, yeah, that one's going to be pretty slow. I could make sheep farm, but it doesn't automatically shear them. Like for specifically the light gray wool. Plus then I have to get a lot more light gray dye, which isn't actually that big of an issue because we have the exact farm now, but it's super slow. But you know what, now that I think about it, because they can get bone meal so fast, even though we don't have a bone meal farm, all the farms that we do have, and composting, but not even that, like, if you just go to the Soul Sand Valley, tons of bones there. I'm thinking, I don't know where. Maybe, actually, that make more sense. I'm thinking about adding like a construction site somewhere, but would that be inside the town or would that be towards the outskirts of the town somewhere? Like maybe they're adding something else somewhere close to where all the houses would be. But yeah, like I don't know what will be the next time that I stream, like what will be on the realm. So I don't know if it'll stream. But the texture pack I'm using right now is called Nature Plus, I think. And I also have dynamic sounds or surroundings. It's a texture pack as well, so it changes the surroundings. That's why you hear all those birds and crickets. Or maybe you can't hear it. I don't know, the sound is kind of hard to mess with. But yeah, I mean, it's like not kind of Minecrafty, but you know, it adds to the immersiveness, so whatever. Finish some of these off, and then we'll skip these for now and go to these other ones because they look smaller. I feel more accomplished if I fill up more sections. Otherwise, we can start splitting into smaller sections by adding more bisections, and then we'll just get ready to go from there, I guess. Or in the future, I'll be able to do something about it. Yeah, we'll just split this in half right now. guess it's only 5:30 for me. Yeah, a lot of these sections are kind of small, so just get these ones done and over with. Gosh dang. Oh my, you kidding me, right? Yeah, like all this will be cleared out for sure. Otherwise, maybe I'll just change the road into like a gravel road or something, and it'll move upwards, and all the city or all the houses and stuff won't be in rows. I don't know if I'm gonna have like a suburb or something where they all are kind of liminal to like look in the same. I don't know. Okay, this is actually a big section. We gotta work on this one back here. Whatever. Gotta get it done somehow. Can't really think of anything else that I would need to make a farm up. Get back. With me on this. Let's just lighten this up. And then there's some water back here, so probably also need like houses or something. Yeah, all this area has to be done. So, and I thought, even looking at it, I was like, dang, I might not actually have enough room for all this stuff on the build, but I most definitely do. Because if this one building here was as small as it is, even though it's still pretty large, yeah, I have plenty. But I definitely got to think about it because like I can place buildings next to each other. Do I make them corner buildings and then behind this building I have another building and that's where the road will be? Because I don't know if I want to just have like a grid of roads, which is the best type of road. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's too late. I'm already building all this dirt in. I'm gonna go work out here. I think. This one's not very good at being able to tell what's the ending and what's not. Gonna break this grass. Yeah, like I'm probably gonna have to slope it down at some point. just gotta get a plan done. Then again, I might have like a farm up here or something. I'll just square this off. Gosh. Dang. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go get more dirt. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay. And right now I'm thinking I might have enough dirt for all this, but like, probably not. It's a lot of dirt for all this. I cleared out a lot of land, so I forgot how much dirt I collected from that. And even then, there's still some more land, like not just this, but over there. I'll probably have to clear out. Maybe not. Maybe I'll slope it, have a little hill there, and do some with it. I don't know. So, another thing that'd be pretty cool is like to have a. Well, obviously we'll have like a gym area, so athletic area, and then I want to have like a swimming pool, but I don't know if we'll have like an indoor swimming pool. But I'll probably have a hotel actually somewhere near like the airport, which I want to have an airport somewhere near the outskirts. I'll probably put it up on this hill, depending on what I want to do with that hill. If I want to make anything go up there or not. Have a hotel up there, have a weather station. Because I'm kind of over densing the science stuff over there. The weather station, having it near the airport, kind of similar to like they do at, well, not the airport here. I actually don't really know about that, but the airport where I used to live. So I might do that, or I might just add it over there. I don't know. Still gonna decide on that also. It's just a small little thing. I'm actually happy though. I have all this extra dirt. I don't know what I would go mining. I guess just more terraforming. Really, it's like if you're ever gonna try and get dirt, you want to make sure you're removing dirt from somewhere that you don't want it, because you're saving yourself a whole lot of work. Because then when you go to actually remove all that dirt from somewhere, like you're never going to use that dirt anymore because you've already used your dirt on certain projects. I don't know. Maybe you're still safe. Like it did make a big difference, because you still ended up using it or something. But I don't know. Like I had a lot of excess dirt back up, but I really only had a couple chests worth, and it wasn't really a lot. So I collected, but I didn't really do it for any particular reason. Just that I needed dirt. So it's in hindsight, right? I don't have a plan now. It's like I have a plan then. I wish I would have known what I was going to work on so that I could have used that time to get the dirt from there instead. I don't know if you're kind of catching my drift, what I'm trying to say. cool ideas for something I should throw into the city. I may have thought about it, just didn't mention it, or may not have thought about it. I'll have to consider adding it in the city, or just anywhere on the realm in general. Oh, let me go show you something I forgot to show you. So, remember when I told you they kind of blew up the ground with that particle accelerator? Yeah, so the multiverse started to spew out. And that's why we're getting things like The Legend of Zelda popping up randomly. Like, why are these Legend of Zelda things here? It makes no sense. That's why. See, now I take damage with that. And so, this is coming out of a hole in the ground near somewhere, I don't know. Near the particle accelerator, I guess. These are supposed to be timelines, yet not realistic, because if timelines were real, that wouldn't be possible for them to just be physical like that in a three-dimensional space. But, whatever. That's why I can't. Like, I was watching Loki. It's like, this is. I really like the show, but it's just. Sometimes it's hard for me to watch things. It's like this. I hope people don't get a misunderstanding that this is something that exists or something that, if it exists, looks like this and is possible. No, you cannot be in the TVA and see like time like that because I don't know. I'm not that smart, so like only take what I say with a grain of salt. But from what I know, is that a higher dimensional being should not be able to see it like that. Especially, why is time a temporal dimension, which is confusing, appearing to be moving in multiple directions, actually? It's not even moving in one dimension, which it is a temporal dimension, not a. Oh, crap, what is it called? Dang, I forget. I don't know what dimension it's called, but whatever X, Y, and Z is, front, back, left, and right, up and down, like the normal dimensions, spatial dimension, which is forever. But yeah, so it seemed to appear as it would be moving in multiple spatial dimensions, and maybe that doesn't have a big effect because we can't perceive time moving in the different dimensions. But time as a timeline, and it looks like that. I don't know. I mean, what would time even look like? Because practically that's just the universe, right? And if we look at universe, anything, or incredibly also the universe, from a higher dimension and fourth dimension, it no longer is moving, it no longer has movement, it no longer has an evolution, no birth, no death, it is everything all at once, because it is simply not a frame in a flipbook, it is the flipbook itself. So like everything you perceive right now is a frame in a flipbook, and you're flipping through the flipbook constantly. And a memory is the past page in the flipbook, and something from the future is a future page in that flipbook. But it all exists already. Now this also goes into predeterminism. The existence of free will comes into debate. So we don't actually know for certain that this is what it's like, but it's a good way of understanding fourth dimension. And everything has like a world line, and we are combined in the fourth dimension, but not right now, and never have perceived to be combined because we haven't. What I mean by that? Well, we have both sat in the exact same spot on the planet, not at the same time. But since that's a flipbook and all of time exists, we go to that specific point in space and somehow in the fourth dimension kind of are touching. I don't really know if that's a good way because now I'm kind of getting confused. But basically, the universe itself would be a big strand of everything as it moves across of everything. Static is static. It is of all time, and it may look like a timeline. Now, something branching off of us, I guess maybe in a higher dimension. Now, even then, before they had the branches, the timeline in like the MCU, not very realistic. Like it's kind of bending everywhere. It had to be completely straight, infinitely thin as well. Can't have thickness. And then if you were to have like, well, I guess you could have thickness in the three dimensions, but seeing it in the fourth dimension is just confusing. You know, I only can explain so much. I did make a video actually. I went through a little simulation of something like this, like I'm explaining on the Randarchy channel. If you want to check that out, I think it was called the Museum of Time. It's a game I downloaded off Steam, like a little immersive experience. It was pretty cool. Also, kind of explained some of the stuff. I don't remember if that's where I started learning about some of these things, or like how to perceive things in a fourth dimension like that, or if I already did. Because space-time graphs, I don't remember when I started learning about that. But yeah. But like the branching in another dimension, and I don't exactly know if that's true, if that's how it works. But like the timeline, if it exists, it would be infinitely. It would move out in all, I don't know, like an infinite amount of condensed different timelines would be coming out at every single possible moment of time from a specific timeline. And then if you were to look at another timeline, it would be having branches off of that one as well. And so it's like, well, they all are branching off in the same dimension though. So, you know what I mean? Like if it's just one extra dimension, maybe it's left and right, but even then, like I only can have two arms coming out of this one point to my body at one the same time. So that I don't know if that's paradoxical, but having an infinite amount of things coming out of infinite amount of places, but it's like infinitely thin. I don't know. It's very confusing. I should have minded that tree while I was down there. Well, it's a big tree too, I think. That disappears. If mobs do spawn underneath of this platform, I guess it's not that big of a deal. It's like it's only a deal if you go down there and then somehow lead them to the surface, or somehow they do find a way to the surface because I didn't proof it well enough. But my main concern is also like creepers, and they won't explode. Obviously, they're just staying beneath you. But if somebody's down there for whatever reason, blows up anything from above, that sucks. So one thing that I've thought about related to the timelines is that maybe, but this, let's just assume there's one timeline, but we'll have like one timeline splitting off of the timeline, but we'll have multiple different scenarios. So, well, we'll have a couple timelines. So we'll have timeline A, which you're living on, and timeline B, which is split off from your timeline at the beginning of the universe. It is so incredibly far away. Traveling to it, if possible, I don't think multiversal travel is possible, but let's just say it was a thing, it's so far away, probably not even possible anyway. So it's just like, but then like something that's split off from your timeline a year ago is way closer to you than the other timeline. This is just something I've thought come up with. It really has no basis at all. And no, it's not a scientific theory. Could be a hypothesis, I guess, if it's an educated guess, but educated off of what? Like, not really, you know what I mean? Because dimensions and hard dimensions and everything, and all. So, and if time can randomly be a fourth dimension as a temporal dimension, a spatial dimension, and we only have three dimensions that are spatial dimensions, and randomly a fourth one that's temporal and nothing in between, maybe we do. Maybe there's hidden ones in between that we don't know about that are curled up against each other, or there's ones that are higher than us that are curled up against each other that we can't detect. String theorists like to argue. I don't know. The mathematics says for it. So I don't know. So there could be other kinds of dimensions that we can't possibly fathom or understand, and so why can't those be anything in between or before any of our spatial dimensions? We're actually living in the hundredth dimension. Who knows, right? Just a bunch of stuff that we will never be able to figure out, and I think I could stand by that. But who knows? Maybe I'm at this point, I don't even need the white shulker box. Okay, good. Looks like you got all the wood out of that tree. So, but where I was going with that originally about the timelines coming off and being at different, I'm afraid, different distances from you. I believe, like maybe in that scenario, they would be exponentially getting farther away from you because of the butterfly effect. So even though it's way closer to you than other timelines, those timelines are still exponentially not plateauing, but maybe if there was a plateauing, it would be very confusing for me to even understand probably right now. I haven't even thought about that. But they would all exponentially increase away from the specific timeline. But now we bring relativity into this, and what you thought was the main timeline and everything is increasing away from you, actually they perceive them as the main timeline, and everything seems to be exponentially going away from it. And so it's kind of weird because you would be a straight line with a curve coming off of you, but to them they're a straight line with you curving off at them. Now, this is all just stuff I made up, so I have no idea. Really makes I made a lot of this crap up because of this imaginary universe and multiverse, which encompasses everything. Because well, I'll get to that in a second. But the multiverse, it's this nations game that started with me and my friends a long time ago. Mainly me and one friend created the Seal Empire, which you have definitely seen a lot. And also, Seal Empire is a YouTube channel of the other friend that helped me make that. And then we also have Seal Productions. So the Steel Empire has also been in a lot of my Minecraft worlds. If you have seen a lot of my other posts, especially Fumsane, and I think I even brought it back in the original Yomamastan realm. But yeah, and there was just different universes, alternate timelines that we had because one of them incorporated one of my other friends in his comics, and then the other one just didn't. And at that point, um, started adding new dimension and realms that and stuff all the time, and it was just already in the lore. So we had to explain a lot of science and stuff. And then with stories, the multiverse also became very interesting to be used. And this is way before Loki and the whole multiverse trope in movies and TV series has really kicked off. But I think so. I think. Well, no, because 2020 is when the movie came out. Everything around us. And that was, well, that would have been sophomore year for me. I mean, I still think it was before all that. I don't really know when it all kicked off. But yeah, so I already forgot what I'm saying. Kind of just spewing nonsense as I build here. Now, what I would think is crazy is if no one's heard of the multiverse until these movies, until they've seen these movies, or until it started becoming such a big trope with Spider-Man and Marvel and everything everywhere all at once and the DCU, all this multiverse stuff. If they didn't know what it was before that, there's just no way. But alternate timelines has been around forever. They could make a different decision, and yeah. So I don't think there's a way that somebody didn't know, unless they were like really young, of course. I don't know what age I thought or any of that started learning it. It's kind of crazy the amount of stuff that we didn't know, don't know, and a lot of people don't know that you do know. And yeah, just a lot of knowledge and stuff. What's really interesting is you can exist, you can incept yourself in other people's minds because they are thinking of you. You exist in their mind. The neurons in this separate biological computer are firing things that look and sound like you and in their dreams and in their thoughts and their in their planning, and maybe you even add to the stress and emotion. You're in someone else's head. But I know you're like, well, yeah, that's not that crazy. Stupid to be, whatever. I think it's incredible that you can exist in someone else's brain. And the ideas that you come up with, words that you say, can affect other people. And how they can be put in their brains and they can help them think of something else, help inspire people. It's actually crazy. Like, just the exchange of information, and even then, like how the information is passed on, people might not fully understand what you said, so they only got part of it. They didn't even really get it mainly, or they had a totally different idea about what you just said, and you didn't even think about that, but it's like actually intelligent. So, then we're actually getting some work done here. Okay, I do want to work on something here. How far do I want to make this go? I do want to terraform this here so that we have like an end to this plateau that the city's sitting on. That the river just kind of ends here. just kind of gonna do some basic terraforming, just a little bit of variation here and there, but pretty much just flat topographical layer by layer. That's 2 blocks above this. I'll kind of flatten this off. And then I'll have to work in this mountain somehow, this little hill. Either I'll get rid of it or I'll dig into it or add to it. Right now I just want to get this kind of left off, so I'll have a little flat area here, and then this will come in. Just light it up. Yeah, lighting is probably gonna be an issue for the city. I mean, I'll have like street lights, I guess, but and then the buildings will be lit up themselves. I just don't want there to be mobs. Now, what Ethan did is he took the island for the mushroom island and he's terraforming it, and so hostile mobs don't spawn there. And he also liked the color of the grass. Like it's very green. It's the greenest grass that you can find in the game, like that specific biome. And he's gonna build like a '60s type sci-fi, kind of like the Fantastic Four city. And if he doesn't light it up all the way, especially in some places, because it's realistic that way, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to worry about mobs, except for drowned, because they spawn anyway. But I don't think they'll be coming up on the shores. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if I need to line up the river here somehow. Maybe I'll put like, the most used like glowstone. I have to go and collect shroom lights. I have to go out and collect the frog lights. They are so easy to get. I think they're going to be my main source of like light blocks now. Because with that farm, 3 variations, they all look the same. And I get so many. Just with all I do is AFK. Like I don't have to go out looking. So that's pretty cool. Something that is very helpful as well. Oops. But yeah, this when I started this round had no shaders, and my friend recommended that I use shaders. And I was like, why have I never used shaders before? I don't know, maybe I thought it was gonna break my PC or something. And well, using them still feels vanilla to me. But like I get all this extra stuff, and my game runs pretty smoothly. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go show you Atlantis really quick, and then I will be ending the stream because I've got to go eat dinner, and then I actually have a lot of homework I've been procrastinating on. I have 2 tests next week. I haven't even taken notes on one of the things. Actually, I'll do that tomorrow. But I do, I do got to do the practice test, and I don't remember if I finished the homework. Friday I might go, but it's due Sunday. I want to get as much time as I can. So we have a conduit here. Got this structure. Got like a throne room. He's still working on like terraforming, I believe. He's got a little rule wall here. I don't know if he's still working on this, but I mean it's technically not finished. And then he's got this. Now where did he find a warm ocean? Because he's got sea pickles. I want sea pickles. Can I bone meal these to get more of them? And he's also got coral, which I want to go find some coral just for building decorations in general, but also I was gonna find him so that I could decorate this area for him. I don't know what he was doing with this. In my opinion, that doesn't look very good, but I don't think he's planning on doing that, especially with the sharp angle here, flat there. I think he's gonna fix that up. But having like big coral pieces like around here that kind of centralize this place, that since we don't have trees, they kind of look like trees, but bigger than that, look better than that too. Be very nice. Something, but that's a lot of cool. I have to find multiple warm options just for that. So right under here is a trial chamber. All right. Oh, actually, hold on. Did I show you guys the TARDIS? Campsite here that I actually added at some point. This is the TARDIS. Now, before I actually had shroom lights in here, but I came in here yesterday and added in all of these frog lights. And the colors are different now. So before it was all orange, but now I got the yellow central console. I got the purple lights up here, and then the green lights on the walls. So, there you have it. Alright, guys. That's it from me for today. If there's anything else you want to see me do on this channel, any video game challenges, or any video games you want to see me try out, just comment it and I will consider that. If you want to see me react to any videos or do some challenges or something, I may or may not, I will consider, but that would be on the Rant Anarchy channel where I share with some other creators, mainly just me and 8-Bit Warrior 03. And he also posts on there, but mainly just me now. But I think he did recently post something on there. He was streaming something. I don't remember what. There's exclusive video game videos that I have not posted on this channel that are on there. But there's also duplicates of things from other channels, especially the Skip channel. But there's also a series that is exclusive to that channel. But I wouldn't watch it if I were you. You wouldn't even be able to get to it. And then, yeah, mainly just anything along those lines. So,